She did not take your baby away from you.
But Dr. Phil, when you read the
this.
visitations, what about telling Evelyn you're not going to see your mommy, you're going to see the dog
This is
Zoe?
not an open adoption.
She wouldn't get out of the car, and that was how I got her out of the car.
You're going to see the dog Zoe, not your mother?
Under CPS law, they do not physically force a child.
But maybe if you had told
for
Evelyn you're
visits.
going to see your mommy.
She knew that.
No, you
She
said
knows
the
that.
dog
She's
Zoe.
2 years old.
No,
I have the report from the.
I don't really know who you are and
I'm
why
the
you're
auntie,
commenting. Okay.
Phoebe.
But what I said was, you're not going to go see your mommy right now because she wouldn't get out of the car. She wouldn't even come forward on the in the van.
Okay,
When
what
she,
they
no,
stated
I'm not
you said
done.
is you stay with mommy,
You know-
meaning you, our mommy.
Well, at that time, she was almost 2 years old, and she
No,
called
you
me
were
mommy.
the foster mother. That's actually parental alienation. When you teach a 2-year-old that you're mommy, you're not mommy.
Are
to
you
a
here to
2-year-old.
talk at me, or would you like me to respond to anything?
Go ahead.
She was scared to death. The social worker came back to me and said, I cannot get her in the car. I'm going to call and explain this to social services that I'm not going to take her because I'm not physically going to force her in the car. She would not come back into the front seat because she was so scared that someone was going to put her in a car seat. So I finally had to convince her that she could go watch her favorite movie, Elmo, and play with her doggy, and that she didn't have to go anywhere, that she could go in the house. And it still took 15 minutes to coax her out. Later that evening, anybody who came to the door, she would start crying because she thought somebody was going to pick her up and take her away. In her mind, in her little mind, I was all she knew as a mother. And no, I'm not done. 1 hour a week, she went to go visit her biological mother. She's been raised knowing that she's adopted, and she's been raised knowing that she has a tummy mommy. And even at that time, she knew where she was going. We would say, you're going to see your tummy mommy.
Okay. That's not quite the way it reads. When you have a foster child, the adoption reunification service at that time were in place, supposedly. You, as the foster care mother, were you showing her pictures of Olivia, saying this is your real mommy, so she wouldn't be scared?
I didn't have pictures of her.
You couldn't get a picture of Olivia with her? And say, I'm your foster mommy.
I did not have any contact. The only time I saw Olivia was twice at court because I went to all of the court appointments.
Do you think it's important
Unlike
for a
your daughter
2-year-old?
who ran
She's not
away
done
two
talking.
different times.
Do you don't know what my daughter did unless
yeah,
you
I
have
do.
court access? So you have access to the court files?
I have some, yes.
How did you get that access?
Some of it was...
You're telling me you've seen those court files?
There is some that are
confidential?
listed.
You have
why.
seen those?
I have termination of parental rights. I was at the court when she wasn't there.
You were in the court proceeding?
Yes.
Inside the court proceeding?
Yes, I
and
was.
you have copies of those files?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's good to know. All I'm saying is this. As a foster mother, should you at any of time, because this time adoption was not the goal, should you have said, I'm your foster mommy, but here's mommy, because of course Olivia had her till she was 9 months old. She was with us. So she definitely knew us. She definitely knew mommy, because she was calling Olivia mommy until they ripped her away, stopped letting her have visits. Visits were canceled because you were taking Evelyn out of town.
Look,
Do you think that's
raising
supporting
this
it?
child, and I'm allowed to go on a
That's-
vacation.
No one's saying you're not. I'm not saying
If
that. But
that
this
happens
happened
to
in a
interfere with
sequence
her
of
1
events.
hour a week, and I'm gone for a week, I'm sorry, I'm going to go on vacation.
That's not a problem. But the way it went down, Jillian, was first you went on vacation. Then she couldn't go to the visit because she was crying too much. Then she couldn't go to the visit again. Olivia went weeks without having a visit.
And this has nothing to do with me. CPS was not going to physically force her into the car.
But if you had said at that point, knowing the goal was to give Evelyn back to her mother, and as a foster care mother, wouldn't you say, maybe have a picture for the baby and say, here's mommy, and I'm foster mommy.
Why would I have a picture when she sees her every week?
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.